Hi there, my name is Chris Farah. Welcome to Follow Friday. Can you believe it? Hello. So many things. Happy October 1st. B, I'm on time. C, I have a guest. D, so happy you're here. Hi. If you haven't yet, go ahead, like this video. Just come on in, put on them lights. Already got some peeps here. Yes, honey. Hi, Mickey. Hi, Jesse. Digital penetration with Len and Aaron. Oh my goodness. Hi, y'all. Hi. Just got me like a little, Sean, Christina. Hi, boo. I'm so happy to see you guys. I have a guest who you know and I know and we all love for this segment, for this issue, honey, for this Follow Friday, which of course is a pop culture, TV, whatever. This is not what we're doing, honey. Live stream show I do on various platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, where we talk about stories that I'm following, the different realms of celeb news, from business to fashion, sometimes products, whatever. And kind of somewhat end with like a little check-in, like a little big sis energy between us where we can just see how we're doing, see how we're feeling, and like bring like a moment, like a mindful moment to, our week. So it's a little frivolity, it's a little fun, and, it's a little self-care. So it's 1:30 on a Friday. It's October 1st, brand new month. And as I said, I have one of my best friends in the whole world with me. So I curated a list of topics today. Wah had absolutely no say. So her opinions she can give them if she wants them or skip topics if it's, not her thing. But we did miss our Say What this week because work issues. So by that, I'm so happy to have my girl here. So let me bring her to the stage. Hi, Wah.
Hi, it's me. I'm here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So happy to have you. Look at Wah's just Halloween. I'm sorry, what season is it? You didn't know? Look.
Yeah, you guys, listen, I was feeling a little glum in September. And so I said, let's decorate. Let's decorate because Halloween makes me happy. October is my favorite month of the year. I really enjoy all of the fall things, even though I grew up in a place without real seasons. But after experiencing October on the East Coast, it remains my favorite of all.
Yes. So. I will say this, and this is like a little diff, but we guys can talk about it. Halloween isn't as exciting to me as like autumn and fall and harvest in itself, and the actual like season and like the leaves and the colors and like the wreaths and like the pumpkin like cooking. So like that's where I really lean into this season, where like Wah really leans into like the bats.
Yes, I really lean into witches. The spooky, the obscure, the odd. And I think it's because I've always felt that way as a person. And I've never felt like, I don't know, I just always felt very odd and very different and very on the edge and fringe and just orange and like a red and certain colors speak to me as well as black. And so, yeah, Halloween is like the pinnacle of the fall season for me. So
yeah. Do you have big Halloween plans on the actual either weekend or Halloween, holiday?
No, I don't. But I always take Halloween off the same way I always take Martin Luther King Jr. birthday as well as my own birthday off. Like, to me, it's just like these are the dates that are outside of normal holidays that I'm going to take off because I deserve it.
Great, honey. Great, honey. Well, I am for the first time going to, like in a minute, going to be able to, well, I've never decorated my dad's house for Halloween, the house that he lives in now. And it's like the most perfect Halloween house to decorate. And mostly he hasn't let me decorate it because A, I didn't live there. And also B, because I didn't spend Halloween with him. And so he's like, I'm not going to like decorate the whole house. And then you're going to force me to sit here and like give out candy to kids. Like my dad's like not into it. So I told him that I'll stay and hand out candy, but I'll be able to like pimp out this house. So that's open to you. Okay, so we're gonna get into this following. I have some topics to discuss. So celeb topics, let's get in. So this is like a little, maybe I should start with a little less. Okay, so this is a big topic. Ellen Pompeo went on her own podcast and told the story about how when she was on Grey's Anatomy that she had a guest director, and that guest director was none other than Denzel Washington of everything. I'm trying to like lean over, I can't even get where, of Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, wow, am I going the wrong way? Oh, I am going the wrong way. Okay, well, I'm the craziest and I'm dumb. Hi. So of like Denzel Washington. So she is starring on the show. Denzel Washington comes in and directs an episode. Now, this is what she says pretty much. That she was in a scene with an actor, and the actor was doing a choice of how he interpreted the scene, which was that he was going to keep things what seems like inward or somewhat smaller, or he couldn't look at her. It was an apology scene or something. So and also it feels like this actor had been given direction maybe by Denzel Washington, the Denzel Washington. Okay, God bless. And Ellen Pompeo did not like what her scene partner was doing. So in the scene, she improvises and directs him. She says, "Look at me when you're trying to apologize. Look at me." And then after that, Denzel Washington was like, "Cut. What? What are you doing? No, don't do that." And she was like, "Who do you think you are? This is my show." Okay. So Wah, I'm going to let you talk first, and then I'll talk, because I know Wah, I can tell that you know that. First of all, I knew you would love this topic, and B, I'm glad you studied it. Wah, go.
So I read the article as well, and she is recounting this, but not really, I think, understanding who Denzel Washington is and how the internet works, and how this series of events was going to play out. So there were some tweets about it, and I found them, and it's like, this is the one that I thought was hilarious. So it says, Denzel Washington, : "Can you get me some water?" And then Ellen says, "I'm Ellen Pompeo." And Denzel Washington goes, "Okay, Ellen Pompeo, can you get me some water?" Basically, it's like, Denzel Washington is not Mario Van Peebles. Denzel Washington is not Tracy Ellis Ross. Denzel Washington isn't any other Black actor in Hollywood who happens to direct television on the side. So he is Denzel Washington. This is like decades of a man in Hollywood who every once in a while I wake up going, I hope Denzel Washington is okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I never think of Ellen. And here's the truth. I tried to watch Grey's Anatomy 3 different times in my life, and I could not get into it. So I've just let it go. But she is not Denzel Washington on any level. Denzel Washington is international, like Hollywood star. It's like hearing that she told that to Will Smith or someone, just like, no, ma'am, no.
Yeah, wow. So I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but this was a really brilliant comment. It isn't lost on me that Ellen Pompeo is famous because of a Black woman, Shonda Rhimes. Also, Ellen Pompeo has biracial children and still went full Karen. So yeah, it's so sad because I really have like friends named Karen, and yet, I have personal issues with another Ellen. I almost feel like I wish that Karens were named Ellens. Anyway, let me say my thing. As an actor, I think Wall agrees. One of like the first, there's a lot of like basic tenets of acting. One is you never give direction to a fellow actor. You just never do it, because the what you're creating, what you are creating relies within a power structure of being able to tell the story through collaboration, where the actors are on a level giving themselves to one character and then creating the story that the director and the producers have, like, and the editors somewhat say. Now, here's the thing. Is it awkward because Ellen's also producer? Sure. Now, she's a star of the show. But having said that, it's just not what you do. So she wanted to do a take where she felt like she wanted this actor to maybe try something else. The biggest thing she could do as the star is pull Denzel aside after a take and be like, hey, what do you think of this? I think this would be, do you think of this, or like, can we improv this or whatever? And like, there's a conversation there, but the fact that she in the scene tried to direct her fellow actor, not as the character, not as saying, look at me in the eyes when you're apologizing to me, but as an actress being like, I don't like what you're doing for who I am. You know, it's just, it was a story one would say like and immediately you would feel like awkward, like don't, like that was the dumbest thing ever. But I don't know if she knows that it was the dumbest thing ever to possibly say. And everyone else is of course on Denzel's side. Final words, Wah?
Yeah, I guess I just think that to a certain extent, she does have the power to do that as the star of the show, and that she would never have been penalized in any sort of way. If it in any, so she's not going to get penalized for this. She's not going to ever get penalized because she is the show. She's synonymous with the show. And I guess I just think that like it's because it was Denzel Washington. If this was someone else, some other director, to be like, she's shitty. Like that's a shitty thing to do. However, it's not outside of the realm of what I imagine actors like her, who are the stars, who are running the show, can do, have done, and will continue to do, and there will be no consequence for it. It's just a little uncouth. But the fact that it was Denzel Washington,
yeah,
that's what the crazy thing is to me. For me.
yeah, you are.
And yeah. Like I do think that there is some kind of thing where sometimes women who are not Black or Latina or Asian feel like when they're dealing with men, they're dealing with just a man. But then there's another layer where Denzel Washington is a Black man. So the community is going to ride. You know, Uncle Denzel has got the backing of an entire race of people that she doesn't necessarily have. But yes.
I feel you, girl. Yeah, so moving on. So I don't know if you guys, this is like this all over the place following. I don't know if you guys stand My Big Fat Greek Wedding as much as my family has, but like truly one of the biggest movies of our lives. And, you know, like Michael Constantine played Nia Vardalos' dad. Okay, so Nia Vardalos, you know, created a one-person show, and then Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson saw it and then made a movie of it. And it's like My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Either you saw it or you didn't. It's a juggernaut of the 90s. So this is her actual dad, Nia Vardalos' actual dad, playing a Greek Orthodox priest, and Michael Constantine, who played her father in the film. So he passed away, Michael Constantine, and then Nia shared some beautiful moments on Twitter. So this is just because I'm a fan of this, because I like this movie. This is my show of things I follow. So having said that, Nia Vardalos said, friends in real life are why our films are so much fun to make. Cousin Nikki and brother Nick and mom gathered to honor the memory of Michael Constantine. May he rest in peace. He had told me he wouldn't be able to join us for the third film, and we wished that it would go on. I wrote the screenplay to reflect Michael's decision and will always treasure his last messages to me, hoping we will film soon. The various variants have made indies difficult, but we are hopeful. Please do stop calling my mom to ask if you can be in it. And please do not tell me your ideas. The script is finished. And no, Tula and Ian are not grandparents. We miss you, Michael. Thank you for bringing my words to life with such passion and accuracy. You will always be with us. This is the picture she accompanied with this, which of course is the sister Nikki, cousin Nikki or whatever, her, and then her mom, Lainey Kazan. And like one also like final moment of all of them. I just like, it's one of those things like I love it. I love it. Wow, did you see this movie and did you love this movie as much as me?
Yes and yes. It's one of the movies that if it's on, we all watch it too, mainly because we are like descendant of immigrants. And so like that first generation experience is my experience to a certain degree. And this movie definitely resonated with me when I've watched it the first time and when I've watched it the 100th time. It's like, where is she from? Guatemala? Like, you know, like it's like completely different place. You know, put some Windex on it. Kimono, pig, Greek. You know, it just like muskaka, like just so many great moments. And it's sad to see like an actor like go down, you know, at any age.
I know. I wanted to also tell you that this is like a sexual thing, but you know, we're going to jump all over the place, you guys, and you just come for the ride, buckle in. Also like this, you know, like this if you haven't yet on whatever streaming vehicle, social media you're watching it on. I would really appreciate it. But okay, do you know who Anna Lynn McCord is, Wah? She was on...
No.
Okay, she was on a show. Okay, I don't know. But... and this is like the third time this year I have heard someone say that they have been therapeutically healed in some deep way of their insecurities, traumas, anxieties by getting into a BDSM relationship. And this dude who's from some television show, you'd think I would have done more research. I know I did. I actually wrote this down. Annie Lynn McCord's her name in BDSM with Dominic Purcell. Okay, she said it changed everything. He's like an Australian, dominant looking, strong, older, kind of like weathered person, honey. And I mean, they're not together anymore, but they've like had an on and off relationship. And she's like, he's like family. He's like at my house right now, but like, you know, and it's just so interesting. And I wanted to like present this story for the masses because it made me do a deep dive onto who these people are. And also it's so interesting how people really share like parts of their business. This is like deep psychological business and deep sexual business that now I know about this person. What?
Okay, so he's from Prison Break. I didn't watch it. I only watched one episode of it, the very first pilot season. A pilot for it, maybe second episode. I couldn't get into it, but wildly popular show of the aughts, Prison Break. And so yeah, I was reading the article and I don't quite understand how I don't quite understand how this healed her. But if it did, that's fine. I just was like, I don't get it. Because she was talking about, and trigger warning for you guys, she's talking about being sexually assaulted at 19. She was talking about just like the traumas that she had. I don't know if anything more than that, and that she just didn't trust men, and she was like, would like push men to the edge and like did all this stuff. And then when she came up against him, like he finally like helped her. And it's just like, wow, it's really interesting.
Just to keep hearing about it. So like the only thing I'll say about this is what she like, another, I guess, interesting tidbit that I guess made me like, what I guess made me like think like, oh, I wonder if sorry. She said this, and it's the first time I ever heard something say it. She was like, I really couldn't feel my body. I felt like I was not living in my body. And for some reason, I mean, obviously, listen, I'm so sorry that I can't speak about it because I don't have enough information, but the process of being in a BDSM relationship made her feel in her body or connected on a physical level, or she could feel things or be present more than previously. So, and it's just, it's interesting because if that goes wrong, if you are in the hands of someone who is not emotionally intelligent or cares for you, you are in a vulnerable place that feels like could be really detrimental and dangerous. So, but anyway, so this is like a story, I guess, honey, I was into. Wani last talks about this.
It kind of is reminiscent of 50 Shades of Grey, because that was one of the little storylines in 50 Shades of Grey, that like the main character was all over the place as a person, and then he got into this kind of relationship where he was the sub and an older woman was the dom. Now, underlying with 50 Shades of Grey was that relationship wasn't good, but the character, when we were first presented with that relationship, was like, this person saved my life. She helped me get past my whatever. And so it's like, I've heard this before, and a part of me is just like, okay, like I just don't know anything about it to, you know, be like, just take your word for it.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
Also, interesting enough, she's like, Dom was my Dom. His literal name is Dom. Dominic, Dom. So that's just how easy for him to really just fall into that, you know, just naturally. Plus, look at all the tattoos and the muscles, you know, it's almost just like, and the weathered face. I mean, you know, like, how could this person be submissive? Anyway, so, moving on. So, you know, everyone is in, honey, to like NFTs, digital currency or whatever. And all these celebs are just jumping on this. I just want to show this really fast. It's just like, Lindsay Lohan puts out this tweet. It's official. I'm a friend of the cartel. It's the first NFT from the Canine Cartel. INFT is minting the collection, and you got a chance to own it. Auction runs for 72 hours. And then she does that's the best of luck. Now, here's the thing. There are brilliant artists creating NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, which are fungible or whatever, but basically things that cannot be copied in such a way. You own a specific internet item. It is a digital item that lives on the internet. It can be anything from a moment of pop culture video or history to a piece of digital art. Okay, so this is Lindsay Lohan's NFT. And what I'm telling you is, would you pay any amount of money for this?
I don't understand what I saw that picture. It's like it was a sexy wolf or whatever. But like, what? It's so every time we use it, every time anyone uses it or puts it in a meme or uses it on Twitter, she gets paid.
No, she gets paid only by the sell of it. And this is her furry character. It's like Lindsay Lohan as a furry with see the red freckles?
Ah, yes.
Anyway, so you don't have, I mean, this is just what's happening in the world and you should know about it. And I mean, no, I wouldn't pay any money for it. You know, like it's interesting what art is, but like this feels undone. Look at the hand. That's like, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like this was made in what, 5 minutes? Why would I spend money on something that was made for 5 minutes on a Lindsay Lohan-esque furry character? And I don't know, like, is there people coming to her because she's supposed to be like an NFT wizard, genius. And it's just like, are people coming to her with all of these options and this is the one she picked to put her name on? It's just or I need you to tell me if this canine critter NFT thing is a whole thing mixed with the furry community that I'm just not privy to, like the BDSM, or I'm some sort of ignorant person just talking about weird sexual things I don't know about. Why?
Yeah, I can't quite wrap my head around what, like you said NFT, and I was like, non for work, non for Tums. Like I just didn't know what it was. I don't know what that is. Is it like Bitcoin? What? I don't get it. So it's fine.
Okay, honey, she doesn't know. Okay, next on to Paris Fashion Week. Real fast, let's talk. I'm gonna go through some looks, and then the other thing is, I wish I could put these looks. I wish I could do the thing where I would go on the side and Wah's a nice face would be on the side. But these looks are not all of them, just some street style, some runway. And I will show you that to me, there's some early trends for spring that involves knees, honey, and gladiator sandals. So let's get in. This is low. Look at them vagina knees. Wow.
Yeah, they either look like a baby's face poking out of like a blanket, like a newborn, or definitely like this is a labia flowing situation.
A baby's, yes, like remember those is it Ann Getty? It kind of looks like a baby wrapped in like a little like flower petal thing, and you're just like posing your babies as flower petals in a basket. They're like, you know, and like it's like that kind of, right?
And it's just like, as a Black person, I don't want anything that just like slowly shows my knees. Like, what if I forget the lotion? Like just an ashy knees situation. You just have to make sure you just like lotion the knee and then go out there. And then as like a former kid who used to play on the playground, like one's knees can be scarred up. Is that really something that I would like to highlight? I don't know. Also, that waistline, that where that hits is just not going to hit me in the right spot. This is a very specific cut of pant.
Sure. This is Chloe. I mean, platform sandals are everywhere also. This looked like you bought this like on vacation. It doesn't actually, I mean, it's so different than, I don't know. So this looks like beach wear that you'd buy like at I don't know, like off the beach somewhere, like on the sand.
This looks like an outfit that you would make out of that material that in high school or you made with bracelets where you like
lanyards,
4 pieces and you just like doing this and it's like, so you and your friend could just make this in a week in school and then just sell it. And like the platform sandals, been there, done that. It happened to us. They were like Japanese style or Asian style growing up in like 99. I can't go back.
I wonder how heavy that is. Another look from Chloe I like better. I just wanted to show it, but like same shoes, but I mean, this looks more high end to me, you know, or I guess looks like, oh, this person paid money for this. Unless
it's leather, then I'm like, it's high end and heavy.
Oh, sure. Rick Owens had some great looks. Let's look at this one. You know, like there are these 2 Parisian like crazy performance artist, Materialis Ficalalis, or something like that. I can't speak French or whatever, but this futuristic kind of like robot vibe mixed with like high glam, like street, like little rock star. Like I think that it was kind of rebellious and kind of hot.
This poor black lady looks like she's been through it. Like I just want to like, it's like an in-between hairstyle. It's like it got blowed out. Her hair got blow dried out, but it didn't get straightened. It's just like blow dried.
Look at Ballman being Ballman again. Like, didn't you? I mean, like, is this the same shit? Like, this is what Kim Kardashian wore or whatever. Like, Kylie can't even get, both of them. I can get looks confused now because they're so similar. Like, either Kylie or Kim wore this dress, I think, like, what, 3 years ago?
She's giving me Melania in the face. She's giving me like a little bit of like, look quick, Melania,
Oh, absolutely, Melania. And then downstairs, like Timberland, or not Timberland, what are those boots? They're kind of like, this, and it doesn't match the cream. I don't know if I enjoy this. Here's Naomi.
Okay. Yes.
Here are some winners for me. Now, I hadn't looked at this person, and I don't know this person very well, so I'm going to say the name, and it's going to be a horrible situation. But this is Phoebe Magugu. Now, look at this, which is obviously African-inspired and incredibly fitted with beautiful colors, and same collection of spring, summer. There's just such a range. And I was just like, wow, what a very specific point of view and like a confidence that you are displaying. Look at both of these. Wow.
I think one is like a Naija wedding or like a Naija like event, and the other one is an event that's like less cultural, more Western.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
But the shoes are interesting. These lilac shoes. I don't like it in black, but I like it in lilac. I feel like it's giving me a little bit like of, Marie Antoinette tees, like a Rococo era of a shoe. I like the fact that the dress is like has a texture. I wouldn't do it because I think I'd be itchy, but I like the texture of it. Both of the dresses actually.
I always think I wonder what that feels like. Wouldn't you love to feel what that fabric feels like? Here's some Saint Laurent. Now this was giving me Dolce and Gabbana vibes.
Not no gold, which takes no hardware or gold, which is what I usually feel as a Dolce and Gabbana, but that's a really low neckline. So
absolutely.
Space, it's a lot of area space. You know what I'm saying? I would like to bejewel it. I would like for there to be a chain or 7.
Look at, another Saint Laurent. Okay, so that one I loved, and the colors behind it, so spring, so summery, so like floral. I love a floral. Look at this, another Saint Laurent. Like, just, can you imagine walking in your room? Now, here's the thing. Shoulder pads can sometimes be hard for me because of the proportions I have with my body. I have really, like boops. And so sometimes it can be a little like big up here. And also I have like smaller shoulders. So I really have to like play with it. So, but the silhouette in itself, and I mean the presence, and it's like 80s power. I mean, it's incredibly elegant. I'm obsessed. I think this is so gorgeous. I want someone else to pull it off, not me.
I think Tracy Ellis Ross would look great in it. I know I keep saying her, but like I think she would look good in it.
I absolutely agree. That would be a great choice. I'm giving you this Rochas, and I'm saying everything wrong, look because I thought the eye makeup was so interesting, and it's hard to see exactly what I'm showing you now because it is like they put a line underneath her eyes in such a way that like, I just thought it was very interesting. I'm like really showing you just for this makeup look, but I realize now I didn't do a good job. That should have like zoomed in probably. I wish I could. I wish I knew how. Oh well, sorry guys. So this is what I'm going to get into. This is Dior. I'm going to get into like, look at the gladiator sandals and why are they back?
They're like gladiator ballet sandals.
Yeah.
Ballet shoes. Ballet gladiator shoes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so Dior is like ballet, honey, right into like Merriweather or whatever. Mayweather.
Yeah. For one second thought this was Willow Smith.
Yeah. But she's so young. This this girl's like, Willow Smith's like 45 now. I'm kidding. Autolinger, yes. So this is why parts of this is like I'm working for. The only other thing is like, how did she not trip? How did she not trip?
Just hope.
I know. Look how fierce her face looks and how confident her face looks, knowing there are dangly stringing things just all up in her shoes. I like.
What is this? A bathing suit?
Bathing suit cover up. Conjunction function. Okay, so another designer which I didn't know a lot about, but it's a Japanese designer that I'm going to ruin names, and I really wish that someone could be sophisticated and just like give me elocution lessons. But Mame Kurogochi gave us, and it's interesting because it's like, I think we're in spring, but these 90s over-the-top gorgeous knitted looks that I was like, well, are you kidding me? I die for this. Like, I like this. I like it. I've always liked knitted stuff. Like, you have to do it well, and I get it, but like, there's one, honey, and wait till I give you the cream. Wait. Hold, sit down. Are you sitting, Wah?
Yes.
Wah.
It's giving me like Jamaican doily. It's giving me like Jamaican grandma when you go into the bathroom and you have that woman that's like a doll that's on the back of the toilet seat. That's what it's giving me from my upbringing. Those tights. I like the shoe, I think. But that tight is like, is giving me all the wrong.
Wow.
I think.
This is like, okay, on the flip side, wow, this is like my dream come true, like cabin elegance, like winter cabin elegance. Like, I know this is spring, summer. I'm like, I don't know, honey, where your spring and summer is in a cold place, honey, Antarctica, but like, I will walk around whatever the house looking like royalty, warm royalty. I could die. I love it so much.
It almost looks like you remember the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s where they had like the King Koopa people with the head was just so small and the body was so big. That's what this is giving me.
God, you're ruining my life, Wah. Did I tell you that? Okay, another makeup look, and also just wanted to like side note is, wow, wouldn't this outfit look great with my beach wear?
This is like giving me like tennis, beach. I don't know. It's a lot of different looks in one.
This is Kenneth eyes. Look at those eyes. Sorry.
Is that hair hanging from that bag? Like, what is that?
Mm-hmm. It's Barbie hair.
Okay.
It's not really Barbie hair, but look at it. Okay. This is Victor Tomas. And honey, knees for days.
Yeah.
Yeah, put them, make sure they're lotioned. You're right. Okay, so 2 street styles that I'm going to show you 2 models. One we all know, or maybe you don't know, but Cindy Bruna, honey. Those are Rick Owens boots. I just like the monochrome. I love the glasses. I mean, she's gorgeous.
I would take this over the knitted piece.
Vastly different, and okay. This is a model I don't know, but at first I found her to be striking. So let's talk about her. This is LV Disu.
I have a question. Is this her regular outfit, or is this the outfit that someone dressed her in and told her to walk on a runway with?
This is street style.
Oh, this what this looks like is I went and got my dad's like jacket from the 90s and I put it on, and then like, yeah. This is like dad jacket, dad shoe type thing.
Look at the hem on her
skirt.
It shouldn't be right. She bleached her eyebrows and she also bleached her hair, but also what she did is like something I did in the pandemic, which is like, she felt like there was damage, honey, and she just got upset and she was just like, but here's the thing, I can't stop staring at her. This is Paris Fashion Week, and this is someone who like, yeah, I would take a picture of this person too. What a striking individual. And like, now I'm a fan of you, LVD. So I don't have to agree with you. I mean, but and I'm going to give props when you spark my interest, so jacket. Okay. Next thing, everybody going to start getting knee plastic surgery. Remember when people said that Demi Moore was going to do that or did that? Anyway.
You're supposed to lift your knee? Isn't that a thing? A surgery to lift the knee?
Yeah, something like that, right? 3 shows we're going to talk about quickly. Moving on. Wow, have you watched Squid Game, which is the biggest like Netflix show from South Korea?
I tried to watch it, and I watched the first 10 minutes, and then I was like, I don't care.
Oh, wow, you don't care. I watched the first 10 minutes of them playing that game, and I was like kind of into it, but then I haven't watched the rest.
Oh, I didn't even get to the game. I got to where he stole money from his mother, and then bet up the races, and I was like, oh, I can't watch a loser lose. Like, that's where I got to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's so big that they are now South Korea power grids want to like sue Netflix to start paying money for usage fees because people are watching it fiendishly. Like, it is the biggest show of any not English speaking Netflix show ever. And it will probably be, Netflix said, the biggest Netflix show ever.
Did you like it?
I only watched the Squid Game part, the very beginning, and yes, I got to the part where like the guy's in the thing with the mom, but no, I didn't know he went to the races, so that was a little spoiler for me, but I'll watch it. So no, it's #1 on Netflix, and Robert David loves it. Hi, cool pick. So another show that happened, and no one cares but me, but I'm gonna talk about it, is Big Brother had their finale, and spoiler alert, it was Xavier, who of course was gonna win once Tiffany was out. Oh, well, come on. And he brought Big D to the end. They both revealed their secrets to each other. Big D was like, I am fighting Joe Frazier's youngest son. And Xavier's like, oh, I'm a lawyer. And they're like, oh. And Azza, just lost everything, honey, Azza. So my favorite part of watching the finale was watching like Tiffany's face. I love me Tiffany for the rest of my life. I love me Tiffany. Like, I'll follow her for the rest of my days, Tiffany. What? No, Azza did.
Oh, okay.
Azza did.
Why'd you say she lost everything?
Because she didn't get 2 or 1.
Oh, okay.
Well, you get $75,000 for #2. You get $750,000 for 1. You get $50,000 for America's Favorite Player, and that went to Tiffany.
Okay. Okay.
And then, so I tried to do this. Now there's a show I want to watch. Has anyone seen the previews? Because I realize now I could not put it up for you guys, but I do have some pictures. There is an HBO Max series called The Way Down. Okay. Wow. I saw it today. I'm like, what are you talking about? And, basically it's about this woman who created a diet plan in the 80s that was about not eating a lot at any given time, portion control, mixed with hardcore religion, in this case, like a version of fundamental Christianity. And then she created a church, okay? This woman with this, and I don't know why, these, for some reason, there's something about literally the higher the hair, closer to God. This is her a little later on in life, honey. So all this drama happens where, she pretty much starts to run a cult, and there's all this abuse, and there's murder, and there's an HBO show talking about it, and she just died in a helicopter in May. Wow, talk about the show.
Okay, I can tell you everything about Gwen Shamblin, okay? So let me tell you about it. So I follow this girl on YouTube called Jen. She runs a channel called Fundy Fridays, where she literally just talks about all of the fundamentalist, Christian or otherwise, and cult type organizations that reside within the United States, started here or something like that, right? Because some of the ones are abroad. I think she's a little scared to do Scientology because they probably will come after her. But the Remnant Church was founded by Gwen Shamblin and her husband. That man is her second husband, which his name is Joe Laura, which is a whole drama because her first husband was David Shamblin, who got his master's in theology. Now, she is from the Church of Christ, Church of Christ. Church of God in Christ. One of the church kind of denomination that you've heard of. And there's a lot of different churches underneath Church of God in Christ. It's mainly a Southern situation. She was raised in it. She went to college and got her degree in like diet nutrition or something like that, right? So she does have a nutritionist background. She does understand the way the body works and the way food interacts with the body. And so, but she has this such heavy Christian Church of Christ background, which their foundation is combing through the Bible to find ways of bringing back old biblical values to the current world. This was a church that was founded in the mid 1800s, and it is insidious throughout the South. In fact, most churches, if there's a church in every single corner, I would say if there's 5 blocks of churches, then like 2 of them are probably going to be Church of God in Christ, or what I can't remember the exact title of the type of church it is. So it's super interesting. Her hair wasn't always this big. There are theories that the reason why her hair is this big here is because she's probably lost a lot of hair due to her thinning out. Because when she first started this, The Way Down, which is a series of like seminars and books, the same way L. Ron Hubbard did, with his Scientology, that you had to buy. And it was throughout many different churches in the country, right? So it wasn't like it was specifically her. She had like I'm almost positive it was in my church growing up, where you could purchase the book. She's just a Christian author, but hers was specifically about the Christian way of losing weight. And basically it was portion control. She's like, look, don't eat until your stomach growls, and then eat then you're good. And then anytime other than that, when you think of food, pray. So she really did like loop in the Bible and found a lot of things to back up what she was saying. She's a big deal because in her denomination of church, women are not allowed to be on the pulpit. And she was one of the only women in the pulpit. And so other women of her church, not her denomination, were looked up to her in awe because she was a woman in their church who was actually doing stuff and preaching the word and helping people to lose weight, because they actually did lose weight.
Yeah.
She separated from the church and decided and rejected the Holy Trinity, which made the other denominations go, no, F this B. They kicked her out, all of her Way Down books and seminars out of their church. And she just created a cult in Tennessee of like 2,000 people and other people around the country who like still believed in her, and just, did what cult leaders do, is steal from them and lie to them and cheat them and belittle them and put them down. And then people died, children, especially because of the way that they had their church ran. And divorces, putting money behind people who wanted to get out. If one partner wanted to get out and the other person didn't, putting money behind the one partner who wanted to stay in, and slandering the other partner so that person did not get to see their children anymore.
Ugh. Thank you, Rosh Hashanah. It's called Church of Christ. Also, thank you so much, Marie, for the super sticker. Yay! Thank you so much for my beautiful super chat. I really appreciate it. You're always incredibly generous. Thank you so much. I mean, I see you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all my mods. Again, I appreciate everyone for just spending the last 43 minutes talking to us on a Friday. There's 6 people in this room. Have you liked this video? There's 60 people on YouTube. So please like this video, because, we like doing it. And YouTube has to know that people are enjoying themselves in order to at all give me any sort of money. And I love money. Did you see the way that I reacted to this money that just came my way? Honey, I like money. She loves money. So, but I really also really love your, your engagement, your participation, and your presence. So thank you so much for being here, and my mods. I'm going to give some big girl I like to end this with my big sis energy. It is a brand new month. And as we go into this month, it's kind of like the beginning of somewhat of the hibernating cycle. And so I was thinking about this and how we can protect our energy, and how we can be conscious of the way in which we may be using other people's energy. And so I really need to and so I challenge you all to be conscious of how people experience us due to, you know, like what we're giving and what we're asking for. So not maybe just like when you want to unload on someone, or when you want to vent to someone, or when you need to, how many favors you are, you know, like needing of someone, as well as making sure that you're putting boundaries for yourself so that you can hibernate with your energy. You need, you know, as we get into these warmer months, there's something about staying at home, right, and sleeping, and like requiring warming, comforting things. I think that also, though, there's the family obligations that happen for all of the seasons and all of the holiday things. And so there's a striking balance that can happen. It's not just about, of course, like I say, protecting your energy, but also making sure that you're protecting your loved one's energy, and therefore creating like the space in which you both get to show up and be your best. Wa, any thoughts about this kind of stuff?
Yeah, yes. Definitely this is a time of year where people do get pretty sad. It's called seasonal depression, I believe it is, and it's usually around this time because of the holidays, brings up a lot of usually trauma and stuff like that. So just take care of yourself and do what you got to do for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's true though, you know, like sometimes, yeah, that's, and so sometimes with the, like that kind of situation with like a seasonal affective disorder, if you know you have that, one huge thing about having seasonal affective disorders, making sure you have enough vitamin B, whether you get the supplements to do so, or whether you're getting out there and getting sunlight if that's available to you, or infrared saunas if that's available to you, or at least exercise in some way. So being able to show up for yourself and making sure that like those things are a priority in order to not have the energy drain that can happen for a variety of reasons, right? Like from, you know, seasonal affective disorder to obligations to work, making sure that you have those reserves for you. Because sometimes this, you know, this season can be, and seasons can be hard. I really, yeah, love you guys. I'm excited about this month. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. This is Just Call Me Wah. You know her. You can follow her on Instagram and Twitter at Just Call Me Wah. Plus, she is going to go ahead and like go October crazy. Wah?
Yes, I love October. Thank you guys so much for having me on the show. Thank you, Chris, for having me. And yeah. I hope everybody has a great weekend. You can find me on YouTube, as well as Instagram and TikTok. I like a TikTok. I love a TikTok at Just Call Me Wah. And yeah, so I will be, you know, going live tomorrow as usual for Love After Lockup, and then I will be going live on Sunday per usual to talk about Toe. And then I'm gonna try to sneak in a pop culture because there are some big ticket items that happened this week that I wasn't able to talk about on Wednesday nor yesterday. So stay tuned for a sneak attack.
Love it. Yeah, for me, it's Friday. I'll go and do Toe on Sunday, and hopefully we'll do, you know, maybe we'll do a Say What some other point, you know, we'll do another Say What either like on Wednesday or whatever, we'll talk about it. We love you. We thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us. I love, say goodbye to Wah right now. Take her away. Bye. And other than that, you guys, again, thank you for being here. I love my mods. Thank you for my super chats. Thank you for all my people that comment here, as well as after it gets uploaded, my replay gang. And yeah, that's it, baby boos. That is it. So take care of yourself. Oh, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Chris L. Farah. You know that, right? You're welcome to send me a super chat here, or if you want to Venmo me, you can. I have no L in my Venmo handle. That's that. Thank you so much. And here's my ending. So take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe. And you make art. You hear me? You make some art. Maybe that's carving a pumpkin, honey. Maybe that's making a fall centerpiece, honey. I don't know. All right. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.